Hans Niemann, aka the bad boy of chess, has become a really controversial character in the chess world over the years. His cocky attitude and trash talking over the board, coupled with his reputation of being a cheat in the early stages of his chess career, has earned him quite a name.
Niemann Demon.
Hi guys, I'm Lewis Gray and I cover YouTube documentaries about pro chess players and many more. And today we'll be looking into the brief history of Hans Niemann, the cheating scandal, and how he rose to fame. Sprouting from San Francisco, California with a silver spoon at birth, Hans Niemann was born to two parents of Hawaiian and Danish ancestry. This young boy would grow up to pick an interest in the game of chess at the age of 8, showing profound skill and love for the game. 8 years later, at the age of 16, Hans Niemann would leave the bosom of his parents to pursue a career in chess. His love for the game, coupled with his determination, propelled him to strive and achieve the international master title in the year 2018. Of course, his growth didn't stop here. 3 years later, in 2021, Hans Niemann will go on to achieve the ultimate title in the game of chess, the Grandmaster title. But this was not his ultimate goal. You see, Niemann wants more. He wants to one day become the world champion, and so he puts in the work. He also began teaching chess in schools and streaming on Twitch. Chess became his passion, and now it's his source of livelihood. And in the year 2022, Hans Niemann's career plunged into the depths of Hades. It seemed like he was cooked and done for at the time, but in reality, Niemann was the one cooking. You see, Hans Niemann will be featured in the Sinquefield Cup by Sherlock. This tournament is held annually in St. Louis, Missouri. A player in the tournament will forfeit his position due to travel restrictions and visa issues, and Hans Niemann will be invited to the tournament instead.
Despite difficulties, in order to reach his goals and his dreams, a very young player from New York, Hans Niemann.
He was the only available replacement. This was a close tournament, and you know close tournament features the best of the best chess players. This particular tournament featured players the chess world addresses as super grandmasters, because their gameplays are in fact out of this world, impeccable. Players like Magnus, Fabiano, Jan, Ferrugia, and few others, with Hans Niemann himself, were participants in this tournament. And on September 2nd, 2022, the tournament kicked off.
Hello and welcome to the playing hall. We have just moments to go before the games begin. The players are all arriving. They're being wanded by the security staff. They're in the process of filling out their score sheets and shaking off those final nerves. We'll throw back to you guys and we'll start the rounds in just a moment.
Outstanding.
And so the tournament begins. All players armored up. It's the first round, and Niemann is playing against Levon Aronian, one of many chess geeks in the chess world, known for his ferocious style, crying victory from his opponent's corded hands like a beast without sympathy. Okay, that's a bit of an overstretch by me. Anyways, my point is, Levon is a good player, and in the first round, both players showed brilliant resilience against each other, dragging the evaluation bar like a tug of war, with both players holding the end of their ropes ever so tightly. Levon and Niemann had their evaluation bar looking like a cup half full and half empty at the same time. The center felt the most tension, and after so much pressure from both players on their pieces, they managed to squeeze out nothing but a draw. The perfect game of chess ends in a draw, like the saying goes. But same can be said about the second round of the tournament. Going against Sakra Mamijarov, Niemann took up the armor. He said it made him slow. He preferred to fight like a Dothraki from Game of Thrones with ease and steeze. Niemann was able to maneuver his pieces, coordinating everything perfectly, using their buttocks to make them move so smooth across the board. This led to a queen and pawn endgame. Although Niemann had double c-pawns, he was the one calling the shots, forcing Mamijarov to forfeit the game after giving a check on the b7 square. At this point, Niemann's CNT has kicked in. Annihilating the Super Grandmaster when you're just a regular Grandmaster is not far-fetched. In fact, it's impressive and very, very possible. But you see, his over-the-board performance has been a little too good to be true. because just a month before this tournament, Hans Niemann defeated the greatest chess player, Magnus Carlsen, in the Miami FTX Crypto Cup, where he said this.
Hans, yesterday was a terrible day for you, and today you start out with a masterpiece. How would you summarize it?
Chess speaks for itself.
Is it something special doing this against Magnus?
He walked off like a Giga Chad alpha male on high testosterone. Apparently, his chess spoke for itself as he goes on to lose all other games against Magnus in that same tournament. Now, Carlsen began building suspicions because, as the saying goes, the evil you do remains with you. And Hans Niemann, like I said in the beginning of this video, is known for having cheated when he was a minor, and this stain, stubborn as a goat, affects him to this day. And because of that, Magnus' spider senses began tingling. However, it wasn't until the third round of Sinquefield Cup, where both players will be paired against each other again, that Magnus confirmed his thesis. You see, Magnus is an extremely talented chess player. Not just that, he's a 5-time freaking world champion. So, he's not a regular super grandmaster. He's unarguably the greatest chess champion to ever grace a chessboard. So, whatever he said carried a lot of impact. But before the storm, let's talk about the calm, particularly the game that sparked and caused the biggest wildfire in the chess world. It's day 3. Hans Niemann is playing against Magnus Carlsen, and Magnus is playing with the white pieces, where he opens with the Nimzo Indian defense, playing a rare variation he almost never plays,
Just to kick Niemann out of theory and create imbalance in the position.
This is a common pattern in Magnus's games, as it makes players play off of computer theories and allow them to exercise their own mental capacity in a game. But this did not face Niemann, so right off the bat, Magnus creates imbalance in the position, giving himself lone pawns on the a3 and c3 square, and forcing the position into an endgame where black had a slight advantage, being Hans Niemann. Now, Magnus tries to create complications in the position by giving up a pawn for activity, but it was not good enough, as Niemann was able to convert the game to his favor, giving Magnus a reality check that although you might be the greatest, you're just a man. This was a big blow to Magnus's face, as this did not only leave a dent the size of a crater in his elo, but also broke his 53 classical winning streak. So how did all this make Niemann the victim, the villain, and the most disliked chess player of all time? Well, stick around, because